Welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. Melissa and I are inside here today. It's got cold out, hasn't it? I just turned the mini split off, but I told her this morning, tomorrow we start our first fire. It's getting down in the 40s every night, but then it warms up to like 55 degrees during the day, so we've just been running the heat on the mini split, but we'll just start a fire each morning. No sense running it. It is time. Definitely time.
Works great.
It does.
Makes the show off.
But anyway, we were at the Paul Bunyan Show last week, almost 2 weeks now, and we've been doing so much I haven't even had a chance to put a video together, but that's what we're doing today. It was a great show. I heard from several people it was the biggest turnout that they ever had, and it was for us.
It was. Yeah, there was tons of you that came
Hundreds and hundreds of people that came out to say hi.
Yeah.
And from all over the place too. A lot of people from Michigan, down in the Carolinas, even like from New York State.
Some in Maine,
Massachusetts. And it was
Tennessee, Kentucky. There was a lot. Georgia. There was a couple different places from Georgia. Oh, in Canada, there was a lot of
Canadians came down.
I felt like we should connect a lot of you.
I know. Do you remember there was one couple that was there, and they were from like central Pennsylvania, say, out that way. And we were talking to them, and they own a restaurant out there. And it was kind of funny because we go that route when we go to see Hannah and Tyler. And then the very next couple that was in line, they come up and they started talking to us, and they told us where they're from, and it was the same area. And I said, "These people just left. They own a restaurant there." And they're like, "Which one?" And we told them, they're like, "We eat there all the time." Remember that? It was hilarious. They were just standing in line together and didn't even make the connection. Right. But one thing about the shows I wanted to mention before we get into the video, it's very nice to see. I appreciate all the manufacturers that go to all that effort to bring all that stuff to a show so people can see it. And it's more though about the people than it is the equipment, and I know that because of this. When you go there, you get to shake hands, you get to talk to people. From a marketing standpoint for the companies, I'm sure they do well at the shows, but when you think about it, 15,000 people went through those gates over the weekend, which is a lot of people, but it's a huge expense for these companies to move everything there. All their guys are in hotel rooms, they're away from home. And, 15,000 is a lot of people, but, you put a video out, it shows you the power of the YouTube thing.
Right.
You can put a video out. We did one yesterday, it's almost 100,000 views. And so a lot of companies are doing that. They're partnering with YouTube channels, which makes a lot of sense from a business standpoint. But it's nice to see them still go to all that effort to go to the shows and be able to meet people and talk to people,
I agree. There's not a lot of them hauling home a bunch of big equipment.
What was the biggest surprise of the show, if you remember?
Our daughter Eva showed up on Friday. I was super surprised. We're just greeting people, getting to hear a little bit about each of you that are coming through the line, taking some pictures before you leave, and I turn around and Eva comes running up. She's like, "Hi." I'm like, "Oh my goodness."
We didn't even know
so surprised.
We didn't even know she was coming. And so it was about 2.5 hour drive. She drove down and got to meet a bunch of you.
Then she stayed, and I got to meet a bunch, and she went home that night. But it was a nice surprise, and it was really nice to meet all of you. It was great that you made it a point to come out. Like I said, there's people that came in from Canada. That can't be an easy drive in.
No.
Crossing the border these days. It's really nice that all of you scheduled it and made a plan, and it was really nice to meet all of you.
It was. But anyway, let me show you the footage that I took from the show. I got a chance to get around early Friday morning, kind of before the show just started and when it started, and I really didn't get much of a chance after that. We were just busy talking to people. But I got to meet some neat people and did a few interviews and saw some cool equipment. So check that out. Welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. It is first thing in the morning, and we just arrived at the Paul Bunyan Show. Yeah. It rained the whole way over.
It did. but
it's not raining now.
I think the rain is over. We're gonna have a meetup starting later this morning. So I'm gonna go for a quick walk right now. The show hasn't even started yet, but I'm sure all the vendors are set up and ready to go.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right, first up, we got Empire Attachments here. They're set up right by us, actually. I'm sure you recognize the Split Force. That's got a 20-foot conveyor on it. Self-propelled log splitters. Nice orange one right here. I don't see the guys here yet. I'll have to stop back and talk to them later on. Nice Tiger Cat. Bogan over there. Those are an amazing machine. One of the contractors that's set up here, LaRoche Tree Services. Hopefully we can get CJ on camera later on. I know he has at least one of those on rubber, but they're an incredible machine. You can literally like take half the top of the tree off, lay it down. Kind of nice being here early. Just getting light up. Now we're coming down into the infield here. It's a little wet, but the rain really didn't hurt him. And I think it's about over. A Gravely. I didn't even know Gravely made these. Bobcat tractor. Got ourselves a Terramac. Well, these are sweet. SVL 75-2. Forestry head on it. Look at that right there. Got a 97-2 like mine. Forestry mulcher on it. See the Eastonmade guys are over there. We'll stop and see them. I believe this is Murphy Tractors set up here. Yeah, they do, this is the Grapple, the V60 that I have on my skid loader. They're a big Vernig dealer, and I think Workbrow as well. I had one of those mowers on loan. Amazing machine. I'm gonna head over and see if Chris is awake yet from Wolfe Ridge. All right, the guys from Wolfe Ridge are up and at 'em early. It rained the whole way over. We left this morning about 5 and came over. Did you come in last night?
We came in yesterday, or the night before last.
Before last?
In at about 3 in the morning, got here, and got unloaded yesterday and set up yesterday. So
you got brought a lot of stuff with you this year.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, we definitely pushed the limits of our 50 by 50 booth here. So.
Yeah. Well, so a lot of new things with Wolfe Ridge. You saw the bagging station.
Yep.
Now this is new. How did you keep this a secret for so long?
Well, we really wanted to push and make sure that we're getting our machines out on time before we started adding anything new. And this is our new vertical machine, and we kept it under wraps pretty well. And this Paul Bunyan Show is like the biggest show in the country. It's great. It's kind of like SEMA. Guys bring the trucks and cars out to SEMA and show off all the new fancy stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we wanted to do here. So
what kind of cycle time do you have on this?
This one's 3.5 seconds on this standard unit, and we're working still a prototype on the one with the conveyor. Mm-hmm. That'll be at 3.5 seconds as well, 20-inch stroke.
Foot activated?
Foot activated. Yep.
Okay.
And you have this one has just the log lift, and it pairs up well with a bigger conveyor. If you're really piling stuff up, pairs well with a bigger conveyor. And then the other unit over here has the conveyor attached to it.
How many truckloads of stuff do you bring this to? One tractor trailer?
One tractor trailer, 53-foot Conestoga, and then we had a gooseneck, 36-foot gooseneck, and I also had my little ATV trailer with pulling a conveyor on it as well.
So about 10 hours for you? 11?
It's about 12 hours.
12 hours.
Yeah.
Well, very nice, man. I think the rain, I think we're okay on the rain. I do.
Yeah, I think it moved out here, and everything's going to be good to go today.
Earlier in the week, it looked pretty horrible for all day today,
right.
but I think there might be a little sprinkle here and there, but I think it's done.
Yeah.
Well, good deal, man.
Good show, nice and cool, not 90 degrees outside.
I know, can't beat it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's gonna be real cool.
Yeah.
In the 50s.
Yep.
You're used to that up here.
It'll be nice. Yep.
Yeah. Chris is gonna fire this up. How thick's that table?
That's half-inch.
Half-inch table.
And then we have it all reinforced underneath there, underneath the splitting head.
What's this lever for?
That's for the
for the wedge?
Log lift.
Or that's for the log lift.
Yep.
Foot activated.
Yep.
And what's this here?
That's for your storage. If you're going down the road, towing it anywhere, you're gonna pull that up until it locks in place here.
I gotcha.
And then it's safe for going down the road, not getting a snag on anything.
Okay.
Yep.
Have you ran this one yet?
Yeah. Yep. And we got 2 foot pads in the back to help stabilize, and then we have telescopic outrigger legs on the front here, so
okay,
levels it out on.
Nice big work table.
Yeah. Yep. That's one thing we wanted to do, is have room for a couple extra rounds here, a few on the log lift, and then have a nice big platform where you can take on some bigger rounds.
How many horsepower Honda's on this one?
This one's 13 horse.
Is it electric start?
This one's pull start. Kind of keep a budget friendly one,
right.
And then have one that's all decked out with electric start and the oil cooler and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what did you say this weighed? I may have asked you that.
This one's about 1,800 or 1,900 pounds.
Okay.
Haven't put it on the scale yet, but she tows pretty well with like an ATV, heavy,
yeah,
side by side.
Right. So. There's your gloves, man. We're ready.
All right.
Also, we'll be starting our Ohio Master Logger recertification course reporting at 8:30. Couple other items to highlight. Please check your schedule for all details. So we have the Great Lakes Timber Show happening throughout the day. We also have wonderful safety and technical demonstrations.
So we have David here, and you are from Australia.
Yeah, we're from Australia. We've partnered up with Carter Equipment.
Equipment.
KJ and Matt over the back here.
Okay.
To sell our Rex and Super Axes in America, yeah.
So our hardwoods aren't near as hard as your wood over there, is it?
No, we have much harder wood, we think, anyway. So,
You think?
So this should be a walk in the park for us.
Walk. Yeah. What are some types of woods you have over there in Australia?
Our main one is red gum. It's a beautiful red colour. We have grey box and yellow box and iron barks, but some are really, really hard wood. There's lots of mixed species wood as well, which is sort of more like what you have here.
Yeah.
But it's all gum, so we don't burn anything else but gum.
Okay.
And all some sort of eucalypt tree. Yeah.
I gotcha. Tell me about your machine here behind us.
So these machines, diesel engine powered to 37 horsepower. You can get 3 cords an hour through it. It's been extremely popular with the smaller wood guys over there.
Mm-hmm.
It has a hopper. You load the wood into the hopper, or you blocks into the hopper, so you've got a machine to do that. You stand at the operating thing here and just push it through, and it's really productive, easy to work. You don't need, it's not rocket science, you don't need to be very clever to do it.
Right.
It has an elevator to take the wood away. Very good way of splitting wood, yeah.
Yeah, so like I have a mini excavator. You could load it with that and a thumb, or a skid loader, and
That's right. Yes,
anything like that.
Anything like that.
And then plus it keeps everything up off the ground. You're not bending over as much,
That's right, yeah,
which is always a bonus. But yeah, I can tell you're set up for that's a serious wedge on that thing right there.
Yeah. And on the back of that wedge, it's got 3 separate wedges.
Really?
So that's what you'll have to have.
Yeah, I'll get some footage all around it, but
so you take a slice off the block, and it's cutting it into pieces sideways as well.
is this your first trip to the States, or you've been here before?
Been here before, yeah, but first trip with this stuff. Yeah.
How do you like it over here?
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, people are great.
Yeah, I think we dodged a bullet on the weather. The rain's, I think, pretty much over for the day. It's
Nice.
going to be sunny here this afternoon, and should be good. You're getting ready for spring in Australia, right?
Yeah, we're in the middle of spring, yeah.
Middle of spring. Yeah, we're going the other way.
Yeah, I know, yeah. We've arrived just at the right time.
Yeah. And you are?
Rob,
And how long have you been with this company?
18 years.
18 years.
Yeah.
And you watch our channel?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Me and the family, my wife, there's my wife over there. We yeah, every day keep looking for you, we eat dinner, watch it. It's great. Love it.
Nice. And how long you been?
In a firewood business?
Yeah.
A long time.
Really?
Yeah, probably about 30 years.
30 years, yeah. That's one thing about these shows that just shows all these companies, all these people, how much wood is produced each year. It's incredible.
It's amazing, yeah.
It'd be nearly impossible to quantify it, but I just would like, it's amazing.
Been in existence since a caveman.
Yeah, yeah. Then I notice you've got a conveyor in the trailer.
Yes.
How do you control that? And on the roof.
And the control here. Two hands down, one work with one hand. So you've got both hands.
We got a big tiger cat. Tiger cat always has a huge presence here. Imagine what it takes just to get all the permit loads and everything to get all this equipment here. Look at the size of this thing. I'm wondering where there's wood big enough for this. Now these guys, they have some interesting stuff. I was over here last year. They did a little demonstration. Little chipper on tracks. That's kind of like a larger version of that one I just looked at. Got the Halverson booth over here. Hey, there's a lot of equipment here this year. There may even be more than last year. I don't know. So this is Eastonmade's newest processor. Since we're in the States here, I'm calling it processor, not processor. No, either way, I think this is a nice, you're hitting a good target market with this one here. It's a little bit smaller. How many horsepower diesels on this one?
38 horsepower right now. It's a Yanmar engine.
Okay. That's probably the same engine that I have on my Woodmizer Sawmill. It's 38 horse Yanmar.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably the same one.
Yeah.
And what's the capacity? Up to about 16, 18 inch on this one?
It's really up to about 16 inches.
16 inches?
Yeah.
So 6 to 16?
6 to 16 is kind of the range. I mean, really kind of 6 to 14 inches is the sweet spot for this machine.
What's the best length of log on the deck? 16, 18 footers or something?
Well, the infeed is going to be 19 feet on this. So standard is the same as our larger processors.
Yeah.
And but you can overhang, obviously, off the end up to another 10 feet.
Okay. Yeah. Very nice. And you used kind of a thin kerf blade on this.
That's correct. It's a 1/4 inch carbide tip blade versus on our larger processors we're using slasher blades which have a 1/4 inch kerf.
Which allows you to,
1/2 inch kerf on those.
Which allows you to not have to have a huge fuel burning,
that is,
150 horsepower engine.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So the big advantage here is a lot less horsepower. We get away from the Tier 4 emissions on the larger diesel engines.
Yeah.
And
do you know what about fuel consumption on this yet? It's still early on this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We have some preliminary data from the manufacturer, but I don't have that information at this point.
Very nice though. Yeah, I think this will be, it's a nice size, a really nice size. I mean, it's big, but you're able to trim it in the right places, but not in the wrong places,
Yeah, it's actually turned out to be a little bit bigger than we thought originally, but because we're using a lot of standard components in terms of the frame, the construction that we use on our larger processors.
13,000, 14,000 pounds?
It's going to come in right around 14,000.
Right around 14,000 without the conveyor, obviously. That's separate.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. That's this conveyor that's on here is.
It's a 32 footer.
It's a 32 footer. It's set up to be a yard conveyor. That's why you see the power unit on it, as well as being hooked into the processor.
I gotcha. Well, very nice. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks. It's all pilot controls. All right, so you got this pitched in. I see. Yeah. New from Woodmizer, battery powered LT15. Says runtime up to 8 hours, charge time 4 to 6 hours. Pretty crazy. We got Matthew here. How are things today?
Oh, we're good. A little bit of rain, but it's going to get much nicer this afternoon.
Yeah, I think it's going to clear out.
Yeah,
I do. Earlier the week it looked horrible, you know what I mean? But I think the sun's going to be shining by noon.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are set up pretty close to us this year. We're right up there in that pavilion up there.
That's nice. That's nice.
I see you already have some interest here already.
A lot. Yeah. I'm very surprised. Even with the rain, a lot of people show up and they want to see the machine work. So.
What's new in your world? Anything? How's business?
It's going very well this year. We had a very nice year, and yeah, we are selling pretty much. We have like 2, 3 machines that's not sold yet, but we already had customers for everything, and it just started. So we have the red one, it's sold. The customer's gonna come pick it up, and obviously we have the orange that's going to your place. On Monday. So yeah, very excited to
very
bring
nice.
it to you.
Very nice. How, any troubles crossing the border this time?
Yeah, we did.
Again?
Again. They almost turned off. We almost went back to Canada again.
So much paperwork involved coming down here.
Even if we came without any commercial item, they thought that we're here to steal jobs, they say. That's what they say. So. Anyway, we just came here to explain our product and try to find new customer, new dealers and stuff. But
right. Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, they do their job.
I guess. Yeah. Well, I'll catch up with you guys later on. I got to head up there, but it's nice seeing you.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see you here. See you later.
Thanks,
Mike.
So we are here at Splitfire with Lenny. How's business been today?
Business has been great. It's been good and busy.
What all you got out here today?
We've got our newer 06 machines for our skid steers.
Yep.
One of them sold, but we still got one up for grabs, and they've been popular. Another thing's been our 2265 out.
I've seen that one. Yep. Yeah. I see a lot of sold on this. You're having a good day today?
Yep. It's been fantastic.
That's good. And you weren't.
First day.
When was the last time you were at Bunyan, or you have never been here?
I personally haven't been, but I think we were here, the company was here probably in 2016 or 17.
Okay. Yeah, I love mine on my 57. It's great.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable just sitting there in the cab, busting down big rounds.
No matter the weather.
Can't beat it. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
We're going to keep walking around and keep up the good work.
Yeah. Nice seeing you here too.
Thanks.
So that was basically the Paul Bunyan Show. Obviously, there's a lot more to it than that. I heard every spot was filled up this year as far as vendors go. And what else was pretty cool?
It was pretty cool that when the show opened, it started with the national anthem
and
then the Pledge of Allegiance. So I was there for that, and that was really awesome.
Just seeing everyone stop doing what they're doing.
And I could see around me, the people, most everybody there is like Mike, they're wearing a hat. Everyone around me stopped and took their hat off and listened to the national anthem be played, and then the Pledge of Allegiance, and they had their hearts covered. And it was, I liked that. It was a really great way to start a show, and we want to say thanks to the Paul Bunyan Show for inviting us out. We've been doing this for, I think, 6 years.
Yeah, and they set us up with that pavilion up there.
It looks great.
And it's a nice spot because it's right behind the grandstands, and I like all the noise of the show, all the equipment running, but it is nice when you're talking to people. We're kind of away from that just a little bit,
Yeah.
But it was good. It was a lot of fun, and
It was.
we appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate all of you that came out to the show, and we'll be getting back to our regularly scheduled programming. Thanks, and we will catch you on the next one.
Thanks.